Almost 29 years.
I've been a teacher in a public school for about 5 years now.
I'm a teacher for almost 6 years.
I have been teaching for 10 years, 4 years in private school and in public school 6 years. So I started teaching when I graduated 2013.
2 years in Rizal High School.
I've been teaching for 31 years.
I've been teaching for almost 2 years.
I've been a teacher for almost 5 years.
Almost 5 years.
I've been teaching for 5 years already.
I've been a teacher for almost 6 years.
I'm in service for almost 3 years.
6 years.
6 years.
I've been a teacher for maybe 13 years.
How do you describe a HUMSS teacher?
A HUMSS teacher is engaging and dependable.
It's hard being a HUMSS teacher because your disposition has to be relevant with the times in which you're teaching. Especially in these times that we live, a HUMSS teacher has to be vocal, a HUMSS teacher has to be a critical thinker, and a HUMSS teacher has to model these values to his students so that these values will be imbibed.
A HUMSS teacher may determinasyon, masipag, maganda at guwapo.
Being a HUMSS teacher, aside from teaching what are the concepts, what are the theories for humanities and social sciences, what most important in teaching as a HUMSS teacher, we have to teach a values, moral values, character formation. We are crafting and molding a functional citizen for our future.
HUMSS teachers, referring to teachers, they can communicate well and they can adapt easily to change.
A HUMSS teacher, they are very dedicated and they are very easygoing.
I think HUMSS teacher is a kind of teachers is because it takes a lot of patience, passion, and dedication.
Approachable, maganda, makukulit, and easy to be with.
HUMSS teacher, they're fun to be with. They are approachable, friendly, and they're like family.
HUMSS teacher, mga palaban.
A HUMSS teacher, it's a challenging group, no? Pero as a HUMSS teacher, nasa your responsibility to connect your learners, no? Lalo na in the current situation of our lipunan, of our society, no? And to open the minds of our young learners. So it's quite challenging.
Understanding.
HUMSS teacher, family, friends, colleagues.
I am a very kind teacher. No, I'm just kidding. How do I describe myself being a HUMSS teacher? I guess I am just a very simple teacher. Wala akong maisip.
What's special about the HUMSS restaurant?
What is interesting about our restaurant is we connect to other fields of endeavor, like in literature, in arts,
and also in politics, and especially the bond of interaction with human behavior.
In the liberal arts, the students are taught to think independently, and they are taught to consider as many interpretations, as wide as the gray area between the black and white, to think for multi-layered solution to a multi-layered problem. And the HUMSS strand is special because it is, I think, the best strand that teaches students that. No other strand specializes in this kind of thinking but just the HUMSS strand.
Yung strand, sila ay mga masisipag, responsable at may patutunguhan sa buhay.
Being a teacher from a different strand, what makes HUMSS strand is unique is that HUMSS student can be able to feel could empathize to their classmates, to their teachers. They have this heart, they have the compassion. They can be able to interact with the students, with their classmates rather, with heart.
HUMSS strand, basta humanista, magaganda at gwapo. Basta humanista, lahat kinakaya.
Wow. HUMSS strand, since it's referring to society, well, I want my students to know more about the social phenomena, political issues, cultural, and many aspects of life is in the HUMSS strand.
In HUMSS strand, you have a lot of possible careers you want to get in. So you can be a psychologist, a criminologist, a teacher, or those professional ones, or those professional, professional careers.
I think HUMSS strand is special among the other strand. It's because I think it was designed for the students who have a lot of wonders about the world and they want to take challenges.
They can learn how to become a public servant. Malalabas nila yung mga talent nila, and they can stand sa mga gusto nila sa buhay.
Special about HUMSS, I think it's the idea that we are teaching our students to be professionals soon. Not just professionals, but these youngsters will be our future public servant, like being policeman, teacher, lawyer, journalist, and all.
Special about the HUMSS strand, they are lahat kinakaya.
Special about the HUMSS strand. Yun nga, it is challenging and at the same time fun, no? Masaya.
Okay.
In HUMSS, we teach students to be human and be ready to live humanity.
Understanding.
Also special about HUMSS strands. Well, HUMSS strand, I believe that there are a wide array of let's say professions, future professions that you can have. I think it's quite more flexible than other strands.
What's the most challenging part about being a teacher?
For me, the challenging part is the quality of transfer of learning, how they will apply it in their everyday life.
The most challenging thing about being a teacher, I think, is that the teacher is a person of authority inside the classroom, but the teacher is not the same as, say, a policeman who has an authority or a politician who has an authority. An educator has the ability, together with his authority, he has the ability to shape the thought of other people. And that, I think, is a huge responsibility because you don't know what kind of shape you are giving another person with your own thought paired with your authority. That's a big responsibility.
Being a teacher, challenging talaga siya kasi ito yung advocate namin na kung saan ay kailangan mayroong matutunan ng aming mga estudyante and at the same time yung aming time management between family and work.
The most challenging part of being a teacher is teaching the students which are not being disciplined at home.
Challenging about the teacher, magturo sa mga matitigas na ulo na bata and mga pasaway.
Well, being a teacher, you need to deal with different characters and attitudes of students and teachers as well. Iba-iba talaga. And that makes an individual unique.
The most challenging part about being a teacher is that you're not being recognized and you're not being acknowledged.
I think the most challenging part of being a teacher is how you're going to accommodate the needs of learners with different learning abilities and personalities.
Nowadays, sa mga generations ngayon, madami tayong makakasalubong or mga estudyante yung ibang ugali or attitudes, and beside doon, sa mga paperwork, ang dami tambak, pero kaya ng mga teachers pagsabayin lang.
A teacher? There's many, but I'm gonna mention this one because I despise it, which is doing a task and they will be giving you a short time to complete it. Yeah.
Most challenging being a teacher is nag-encounter ako ng mga iba't ibang students na kung saan iba-iba yung family background nila and iba't ibang behavior nila.
Dealing with your students, it is very challenging because you never know what kind of learner you have in your classroom, no? And you have to recognize that you have a diverse learners, no? That came from different types of families, backgrounds.
Siguro to have a balanced living, to live a well-balanced when it comes to family life, school life.
Budget and salary.
Do you want me to be honest? Like to be brutally honest?
Yes, you can be brutally honest.
Yung when I don't feel like teaching, but still I have to teach. Well, that's normal. Just like you guys, sometimes you don't want to go to school, but you are compelled to do so, right? So, yun. But I love being a teacher, don't get me wrong.
A quote to live by.
A quote to live by. Teaching is the art of awakening the natural curiosity of young minds for the purpose of satisfying it afterwards, by Anatole France.
One of my specializations in the disciplines that I study is ethics, and I think I'm going to draw from that. Whenever we think about the good, it is always to consider the consequences of our decisions, not only upon ourselves, but also upon other people. The best thing to do is always the one that is backed up by the best reasons for doing it. That's always the best thing to do.
A quote to live by, 3 words lang para sa akin. Live, love, and survive.
A quote to live by: never compete to the others because they will always be the best. Okay? Just compete with the old version of yourself. Kasi if you compete to the old version of yourself, you know kung saan ka kulang, kung saan may kulang, kung ano yung mali sa'yo. Kasi pag nag-compete ka with other people, laging may best sa'yo. So pag yung sarili mo yung kinumpit mo, meaning to say, you will create a better version of yourself. Always choose to be the best.
Quote live by. Things made with patience are precious.
Words to live by: the best thing in life, is free. Freedom is very important. And that's a part of what you are discussing in philosophy.
The most important thing you learn at school is the fact that the most important thing cannot be learned at school.
It's just a simple quote. If you fell down yesterday, you stand up today.
Know your purpose, know your goal, know your priority in life.
To live by. You cannot know joy unless you've known sorrow.
Education is the most powerful weapon that you could use to change the world.
I have so many quotes that I know, pero right now, no, I only have one quote on my mind, and that is, if you have a goal, then you have to make it happen. That's the only.
Siguro carpe diem, pero medyo improve natin ng konti. Siguro aude sapere. It's a Latin quotation, means dare to know. Parang hindi mo lang gagawin yung mga gusto mong gawin, kailangan alam mo rin yung ginagawa mo.
Walang pera sa stress.
Marami actually, but siguro isa na lang, yung sinabi ni naisip ko si Lincoln Brewster, singer pala yun. Sino nga yung presidente? Si Lincoln. Si Abraham Lincoln, sabi niya, I'm going to pass this way, or I'm going to pass this life once. Therefore, if there's something that I need to do, let me do it now because I'm going to pass this way just once.
Para sa fast talk natin ng kung ulam ka, ano ka po?
Ako ay salad dahil colorful ang kulay.
What superpower would you want to have?
X-ray vision. To see inside the human eye connect.
Kung hindi ka po teacher ngayon, ano ka po sana?
Veterinarian. Para to treat injured animals.
Kung subject ka po, ma'am, ano ka?
Community activity pa rin. Kasi gusto ko yung watching how student explore and exhibit their talents. Yun.
Best life advice.
The world is not only about you. If you have the chance to be a blessing to others, go for it.
We will proceed now po with the fast talk. Kung ulam ka, ano ka?
About to say fried chicken, pero dapat lechon para ulo pa lang busog ka na.
Uy! Okay, what superpower do you want to have po?
I want to know everything. I want to know everything.
Kung hindi ka teacher, ano ka?
Mini dinosaur.
Practically, because I graduated in psych, feeling ko kung hindi ako naging teacher, I would have been a therapist. But thankfully, I did not become a therapist kasi kawawa naman yung mga kliyente ko. Also, kung hindi ako teacher, feeling ko nasa call center pa rin ako hanggang ngayon.
Kung subject ka, ano ka?
Kung subject ng HUMSS, feeling ko ako ay DISS.
Lastly, what's the best life advice that you can give?
Just love.
Oh, eh. Parang duda ako.
Thank you, sir. Our fast talk, ma'am. Kung ulam ka, ano ka?
Ulam, ang paborito ko kasi ay sinigang na baboy.
Bakit, ma'am?
Sinigang na baboy kasi kapag kumakain ako noon, hindi lang sa pagiging maasim pero may tadyak ang siling sinigang.
What superpower would you have?
Superpower ay gusto ko nakakalipad ako.
Okay. Kung hindi ka po teacher ngayon, ano ka po?
Nurse.
Kung subject ka, ano ka?
Subject ay UCSP.
For the last one, best life advice.
Life advice, go, pray, work, and...
Para sa fast talk natin, ma'am, kung ulam ka, ano ka po?
Kung ulam ako, ano ako? Nilagang baboy.
Bakit po, ma'am?
Favorite ko siya.
What superpower would you want to have?
Kung magkakaroon ako ng superpowers, I like to have the time traveling power.
Kung hindi ka po teacher ngayon, ano ka po sana?
So ito yung ito yung frustrating or reserved talent ko na hindi ko nagawa. Hindi ko pa nagagawa. Kung gusto ko maging vocalista. Band vocalist.
Kung subject ka po, ano ka?
Kung subject ako, psychology.
Okay. For the last question, best life advice.
Best life advice, live to the fullest.
Fast talk na po tayo. Kung ulam ka, ano ka?
𝐃𝐞𝐿.
What superpower do you want to have?
Teleport.
Kung hindi ka teacher, ano ka?
Full-time mother.
Kung subject ka, ano ka?
UCSP.
Lastly, best life advice.
Best life advice, be humble, always.
Para sa fast talk, ma'am, kung ulam ka, ano ka po?
I am into chicken caldereta, sweet and saucy.
Wow! What superpower would you want to have?
I want telekinesis.
Kung hindi ka po teacher ngayon, ano ka po dapat?
I usually cook. Maybe I will be a chef.
Kung subject ka po, ano ka?
History.
And for the last question, best life advice.
Be simple and meron pa akong isa isang gusto ko that sabi ni Gandhi, kalimutan ko na, pero sabi ni Gandhi, live simply so that others may live.
Para sa fast talk natin, ma'am, kung ulam ka, ano ka?
Machado.
Bakit po?
Kasi masyado akong cute.
What superpower would you want to have?
Being invisible.
Kung hindi ka po teacher ngayon, ano ka po sana?
Film director.
Kung subject ka, ano ka?
Subject. Drama and play.
For the last question, best life advice.
Best life advice is just keep on living.
Para sa fast talk natin, ma'am, kung ulam ka, ano ka?
It's adobo.
Bakit po?
It has a different taste. It can be maalat or matamis.
What superpower would you want to have?
It's immortality.
Kung hindi ka po teacher ngayon, ano ka po?
I can be a flight attendant.
Kung subject ka, ano ka?
Holgo.
For last one po, best life advice.
Okay, do your best every day.
Para sa fast talk natin, ma'am, kung ulam ka, ano ka po?
The buttered shrimp. Kasi masarap siya. And favorite ko.
What superpower would you want to have?
Siguro, lumipad. Para makapunta ako sa kanila at makita ko ang BTS.
Kung hindi ka po teacher ngayon, ano ka po sana?
Manager ng sarili kong business.
Kung subject ka po, ano ka?
History.
Last question, best life advice.
Go with the flow sa buhay and never stop believing in yourself.
Pero po sa fast talk natin, ma'am, kung ulam ka, ano ka?
Chooks to go.
Bakit po?
Masarap ganda ng sauce.
Okay. What superpower would you rather have?
To fly.
Kung hindi ka po teacher ngayon, ano ka po sana?
I don't know, maybe a chef.
Kung subject ka po, ano ka?
Creative writing fiction.
And for the last one, best life advice.
Best life advice, 𝐃𝐞𝐿𝐒. Do what you want. Life is short. Carpe diem.
Para sa fast talk natin, sir, kung ulam ka, ano ka?
Ulam, adobo,
Bakit, sir?
special,
Okay, what superpower do you want to have?
invisible,
Kung hindi ka teacher, ano ka?
artista,
Kung subject ka, ano ka?
history,
Last one, best life advice.
best life advice, always be happy.
Okay. Para sa fast talk natin, sir, kung ulam ka, ano ka?
Bicol Express kasi sizzling hot.
Okay. What superpower would you want to have?
Teleport.
Kung hindi ka po teacher ngayon, ano ka po siguro?
Probably a Vogue model.
Kung subject ka, ano ka?
Political science.
Okay, last one, best life advice.
Go for it. Go for it. That's it.
Okay, sir, para sa fast talk natin, kung ulam ka, ano ka?
Siguro paksiw.
Bakit po?
Kasi pwede mo akong kainin kahit anong oras. At tumatagal ako.
What superpower would you want to have?
Siguro yung pag nagkakamali ako, matik na sorrowful ako. Mga ganun. Para less talk.
Kung hindi ka po teacher ngayon, ano ka po sana?
Siguro OFW.
Kung subject ka po, ano ka?
Math.
For the last question, best life advice.
Siguro sa lahat ng bagay na gagawin natin, una, mahalin mo yung ginagawa mo o gustuhin mo yung ginagawa mo. Then after that, alamin mo yung ginagawa mo. After mo malaman yung ginagawa mo, minsan yung katotohanan mahirap gawin. Pero sa kabila ng at the end of the day, there's no choice but to live in doon sa tama, tapos gugustuhin mo yung tama.
Fast talk na po tayo. Kung ulam ka, ano ka?
Kare-kare.
What superpower do you want to have?
Invisible.
Kung hindi ka teacher, ano ka?
Polestar. Charot. DJ.
Kung subject ka, ano ka?
Contemporary arts.
Best life advice.
Huwag kang lalanday kung wala kang pera.
Kung sa fast talk, kung ulam ka, ano ka?
Gata. Ganata ang gulay. Bakit favorite ko yun eh?
Hindi pa ako nangaaway, sir. What superpower do you want to have?
Superpower. The power to read the minds of all students.
Wow, hirap yan, sir. Huwag na po tayo mag-step dyan. Kung hindi ka teacher, ano ka?
I'm a dinosaur. Hindi, joke lang. If I were not... sorry. If I were not a teacher, siguro I would have been a researcher kasi gusto ko rin maging researcher. Dinosaur. Joke lang. Di ba? Ang saya, maging dinosaur.
Kung subject ka, ano ka?
Ang subject ako, philosophy.
Lastly, best life advice that you can give.
Listen to the pieces of advice from other people. Hindi, joke lang yan. Ang totoo na talaga ito yun. Ito yung totoo. I don't believe that experience is the best teachers. But experience of others is actually the best teacher. You don't need to experience them, especially if it's really harsh. Diba? For example, you want to jump off the building. So, kailangan alam mo na mayroong tumalon tapos namatay. So don't do it.